Well, I'm off to a rough start. Alright, so I'm not gonna get into the whole, oh, it's my first video crap. I'm just gonna get right into it. So last night I had a pretty weird dream and I decided, oh, that would be pretty cool to make a video of because I have a lot of really weird dreams. I decided to narrow down my weird dreams to about like 4 of them that I thought I could talk on, which like I knew enough about. A lot of my weird dreams I just don't remember at all. I'm gonna start with the dream that I had last night because that's one that's really in my head right now. I have a really bad habit lately where I've been like grinding my teeth, and I used to do that when I was younger, but then I got my bottom wisdom teeth removed, so I don't understand why I'm still doing it. But it started really freaking me out because I've had these dreams where my teeth just come loose. So in my dream last night, I was at a church event with some of my friends for Christmas, and I was grinding my teeth like usual, and all of a sudden, one of my teeth fell out. Tooths?
Dumb, stupid.
I don't know. A tooth fell out. So
Was that Paul?
So obviously, I start freaking out. But I'm looking at this tooth, and obviously, your teeth are probably the size of like a corn kernel. But this tooth that fell out, I'm looking at it, and it's like 3 inches big, and I'm freaking out. So there was a boy there at the party that I kind of liked, so I didn't want to embarrass myself by like freaking out on everyone, like, oh, my teeth are falling out. So I decided I was just gonna hide the teeth in the bathroom, in the back of the toilet.
Disgusting!
I don't know why, but that's just what went through my head. I was just gonna hide my teeth that were falling out. Slowly throughout the night, my teeth just kept falling out, like more and more of them. So I called my mom. I'm freaking out. I'm like, Mom, my teeth are falling out. I don't understand what is happening to me. And she comes to the party and she picks me up, and I forget my teeth in the toilet because I'm thinking, oh, we'll go to the dentist and we'll put my teeth back in. So I'm freaking out to my mom. I'm like, no, Mom, I left my teeth in the toilet. Like, we need to go back. And she begins to tell me that I have this rare condition where instead of when you lose your baby teeth, you just grow your big kid teeth. I don't know. Instead, I just keep growing teeth no matter how many times I lose them. So my mom convinced me that I didn't need to go back to the party and grab my teeth from the toilet. The second weird dream that I had wasn't very long, and I don't have much of a description for it. I just thought it was kind of weird. So in this dream, Ursula from The Little Mermaid, she gave me this necklace, sort of like she did to Ariel, you know, the little shell thing. Well, she gave me this necklace, and it turned my head into crayon wax.
Green is not a creative color.
So I'm freaking out, and all my friends are freaking out. I can't talk because my head is crayon wax. So we decide we're gonna make this trap with the necklace. We were gonna put it on the ground, and then Ursula was gonna walk into it, and it would turn her whole body into crayon wax, and everything would be okay. The third dream is also kind of short. I just thought it was kind of weird. I got a new dog about a year ago. It's not really my dog, it's my sister's dog. But we got a new dog, and I had some really weird dreams about it when we first got him. I'm more of a cat person. I love my cat. His name is Kirby. So when this dog was brought into the house, I was very uneasy about it. Not that I'm afraid of dogs, it's just I don't want the dog taking up my cat's territory.
I'm very possessive.
In the nights following us getting this dog, I got some weird dreams. And one of the dreams that I had, my mom was in the kitchen and she was cooking something. And it made me walk out of my room because it smelled really, really good. So I go out there and my whole family's already sitting. So I come and I sit at the table. And I find it kind of weird because since we had gotten the dog, it would beg at the table for our food. And I'm thinking, bro, this food looks good to me. Where's the dog, and why isn't he like clawing at my legs right now for this? So we're just eating our dinner, and my cat starts scratching at the front door. So I'm really confused, and I start yelling at him to stop. He's meowing, and after a while, I just get tired of it. So I go over the door, I open it up to see if maybe there was an animal out there or something. And I open this door, and there's half of my sister's dog out on the porch. And I asked my mom, I was like, what happened to the dog? Like, does anyone know that he's out here? And my mom was like, of course, silly. How do you think I made the pot roast? I start freaking out. I'm like, Mom, I don't eat dogs. I don't think anyone here should be eating a dog. Gabe liked that dog. And then my mom, she starts yelling at me for being ungrateful. So my mom ends up strapping me down to a chair in the dining room, and she told me that I can't leave until I finish my bowl of pot roast, which was made with the dog.
Eat it!
Alright, now my last dream is honestly the most interesting one to me, and I'm actually quite surprised that I remember a lot of the details from it, because it was a very lengthy dream, and it was one of those dreams where like I woke up in the middle of it, so like I wanted to go back to sleep and like figure out what else was going on, and I was actually successful, so that was nice.
No one cares!
So in the beginning of this dream, there was a group of scientists, and they were part of this private laboratory, and they were letting people donate their bodies to them, so then when they died, they can do scientific research using their body. But since it's a private lab, not a lot of people knew about it. They weren't getting a lot of donations. After a while, the amount of donations really went down. Like, they weren't getting anything. So they ended up kidnapping people and having them play a card game. So in this card game, there would be about 4 people. 4 people got 4 cards. They were laid down on the table. If you picked up one card, it had a dove on it, and it meant that you were free to go. 2 of the cards had a clock on it, which means you were free to go, but that means that they were going to come and get you again. And they sort of threatened your family not to tell anyone what was going on. These scientists were going to come for you again. And then the 4th one had a little skull on it, which meant that your body was going to be donated to science, whether you liked it or not. So the way these scientists were using these bodies was sort of like target practice. They were taking these dead bodies that were donated, and they would fly an airplane over this giant field, and they would drop the bodies out of this airplane onto these targets that were made out of hay bales. I don't know why. So if you got the skull card, they would end up lighting you on fire and throwing you out of the airplane for this target practice. So in this dream, they have the 4 people sitting at the table, and it's dark, they're in a barn, and there's a lamp on top of them shining down onto the table. They each have cards laying in front of them. There is an old man, a younger guy, and 2 girls in about like their 20s. So they're all sitting there and they're telling their backstories, and this old man who is there begins to tell them how this was his 6th year coming to this, and that he's gotten the clock card 6 times. So they were all sitting there and they're all thinking, oh, this guy is getting the dove this time. He's finally getting to go home. He won't have to worry about it. He's an old man. They're gonna leave him alone. So they're all freaking out about who's going to get this skull card, because they're thinking it's out of the 3 of them. So it comes a time, a scientist comes in and he's wearing a mask, so you can't see who he is, and he tells them to flip over their cards. All of them flip over their cards, and the only card that you're able to see is the old man's card, which ends up being a skull. And he starts screaming, and a bunch of scientists come out and grab him and throw him into the airplane. And like they did to all of the other people who got this skull card, they lit him on fire and they threw him out of the airplane for target practice. So those are just a few of the pretty weird dreams that I've had. I didn't feel like going into too much detail with a lot of them, except for the last one, because that one did seem pretty interesting to me and I had no idea where it came from. So I think that's about it today. I probably won't have much in the description because I'm very new to this, but you know, subscribe, do that, that'd be nice. Okay, bye.